Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a read for you about somebody that seems a little bit stuck in how they view a situation, not really wanting to be honest. I think about somebody maybe not being good for them or not being a good influence on their life. There's a refusal to look at what is actually in front of you. This is either for you or your person, but it's interesting because these two cards are almost at odds with each other because the Four of Cups can represent seeing things in a new light, whereas the Hanged Man in the reverse indicates somebody who is struggling to see a new perspective. So we have kind of like conflicting issues here, right? Or conflicting approaches, which could mean that we have, like, we might see the Temperance card in the reverse. We might have two people that are at odds or not really on the same page, right? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We're going to get started with, or continue with the energy oracle. Let's see what else we have for you. Just going to throw the cards around, you guys. It'll work out, trust me. All right. So as far as numbers, we have 4, 38, and 48. So happy family, fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, and Angel of Balance. The fourth chakra, I have them written up there if you're wondering why I'm looking up there, is the heart chakra and is related to self-acceptance. So it looks to me like we have somebody realizing what fosters or what helps to create a really happy and healthy home life or family life. There's an important decision here, and I feel like one person gets it and maybe another person doesn't. Hi there, Drew. How are you doing? Hello, Morgan the Void. I love that name so much. So appropriate seasonally as well. Guys, Halloween is almost here. Do you have your costumes yet? I said plural because, I like to switch halfway through the night. Totally makes sense, right? All right, let's dive in. We're going to start with the Rider-Waite. What else do we have about this? Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot. This Queen of Pentacles is the person who is having a change of heart or seeing things with fresh eyes. It's like it's like realizing life is easier if you don't have the old school mop and bucket and you just want the Swiffer because, like, time-wise, it's just faster. It's a really domesticated analogy there for you all. There's a shortcut. There is something that is easier, makes things more doable for this Queen of Pentacles. This isn't somebody who's afraid of work. This is somebody who's doing something because it makes sense and moving forward because practically, it's the right thing to do. There's that Four of Cups again. This time it's in the upright. All right, so basically, I think there's a partner that wasn't carrying their weight. Now, let's not get too caught up on the Queen of Pentacles card, meaning this is a female, right? These are energies that I'm reading. I had somebody comment on my channel the other day, something to the effect of, it seems like your channel is always blaming the guys. And first of all, I have like 2,500 videos. If you've watched all of them and determined that that's the general consensus of my videos, then I'm doing something wrong. But I pretty consistently mention in my readings, these are cards that represent energies, not actual people. There isn't someone out there actually holding a giant pentacle that this represents, right? So challenge yourself to look beyond the genders in the tarot readings that you consume, because they are representative of a type of vibe, okay? So this is somebody who knows how to manage a home or knows how to keep things moving forward, right? Staying on top of the laundry, paying the bills, being there when people need you. But there's somebody that this Queen of Pentacles is dealing with that doesn't carry their own weight, okay? This is somebody who is maybe prone to saying they're bored or kind of nonchalant in their life. They maybe blame others for their own issues, need help as far as like staying on top of their own things, right? As opposed to somebody that is reliable. Temperance. I called that. This is a question of balance. This is a question of a good fit. Somebody is being honest with themselves about what makes sense. It kind of makes me feel like there's somebody here asking why they would be tempted or why they would consider being with somebody who's maybe a little bit more exciting, but isn't reliable. You can't count on them on difficult days or when you need somebody in a pinch, right? If you have your car towed, who are you going to call, right? This person, this Queen of Pentacles, is considering what makes sense, what actually balances out their own energy, and what is a good fit, and being honest about that instead of like living in a world wearing, rose-colored glasses and seeing things the way that you hope that they are instead of the way that they actually are, right? All right, so we've got the World in the reverse, King of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Cups. I'm seeing this World card as, it's like very video game style for me. A race that isn't meant to be a race. Like a contest, right? Between these two individuals. And somebody wasn't able to figure it out and somebody else has, okay? So that would be like, oh, hello, random card I didn't see. That would be like, how do I explain this? At one point, this King and Queen of Cups were on the same page, okay? Maybe they grew up together. Maybe they've been together for a very long time. Maybe they've gone through similar things. But at a certain point, one person kind of kept moving forward, the Queen of Pentacles energy here. And another person got a little bit stagnant with the Hanged Man in the reverse energy. So we've got, it's kind of like if you meet somebody, let's say for happy hour, and then you decide we want to go somewhere else for food as well. And one of you has a lead foot and the other person drives really slowly. And so it ends up being like a 15-minute difference between when you get there because one person drives so slowly, right? Like there's just a lag, right? Somebody that doesn't really catch up to this Queen of Pentacles because they haven't been doing the work. They haven't been putting the pedal to the metal. I don't know, just not really sticking with it, right? Maybe having a little bit of an issue with procrastination or leaving tasks unfinished. An example that comes to mind would be starting renovation or a project at home and then getting to like 95% complete and just kind of giving up, right? There's some frustration and impatience from the Queen energy here, regarding constantly having to be the one to pick up the slack or get things done because the other person is stuck. We have the Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands in the reverse. We came so far together, we built things together, and then at a certain point, you stopped growing, you stopped working towards things, and I kept moving forward. There was a lack of leveling up on somebody's part. All right, we're going to continue with the situations deck. I like it, Brad. Living in the truth is much more satisfying, isn't it? So we have crushed in the reverse, desire, lust, sexual chemistry, and legal, court paperwork filed. So there's a couple things that I see, and because this is a general reading, you may fall into one of these buckets, but maybe not all of them, right? For some of you, I see this one person kind of maturing beyond the other, leading to a sense of insecurity on the other individual's part, looking for external validation through perhaps flirtation or even an affair, and that leading to some sort of consequence like divorce or moving out, or for some of you, maybe even like a restraining order of some sort. There's a progression here that began with one person being kind of stagnant, feeling like they weren't good enough and trying to find a way to get that, I don't know, satisfaction elsewhere. Thank you, Morgan the Void. I just saw your compliment. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? I like that. I wish I had those kind of skills. I think it's really cool to see what people can do with makeup. For others of you, I see a sense of distance growing that impacted the sexual nature of the relationship, and that's what led to the end of a relationship. In other words, it's hard for me to respect you, and therefore my attraction to you is impacted. So that helped me realize that we probably needed to end the relationship, or I needed to move out. There was a progression here, right? If this has impacted this, then I know it's kind of over. My mind works in weird ways. So the way that I have like kind of constructed that in my brain is, those of you that know about the way the Titanic was built, they had like compartments that would fill up with water, that basically it was designed to make the ship unsinkable because then the water wouldn't transfer to the next part of the ship. It's like so many of those, I want to say they were called bulkheads or compartments, were filled with water that the ship had to sink. That's how this relationship feels to this Queen of Pentacles. There's been so much damage that it's hard to keep this afloat. I can't really like muster the strength to keep this moving forward. And that impacted the desire. This doesn't mean that for everyone out there that this reading resonates for, that there was a third party. For some of you, this desire card is strictly about whether or not somebody lost attraction to somebody that they'd been with for quite a while. So this is the Morgan Greer. We have the Ten of Swords and the Emperor. So oftentimes when a relationship like this kind of sputters out or loses a little bit of steam, the Queen of Pentacles energy having been left a little bit like wanting in that relationship may have felt that they needed to exhibit a little bit more of the masculine energy. So this Emperor is not the King of Cups in the reverse. This is the Queen of Pentacles compensating for a King of Cups that was stagnant, being a little bit more in that masculine energy. So we have Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, the Emperor. This is the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups energy, looking at the situation, assessing it as more or less over, and deciding I have to take some action here, right? I have to be in control of my own destiny or take control of the situation and make a change for my life because this is not working. Four of Cups again. So we had the Four of Cups as the first, like, what is this reading about draw? And we had the Four of Cups from the Rider-Waite. Now we have it again here. And we also had the Four of Wands and the Emperor, which is number 4. So the number 44 or 444 could be important for you already or be so in the near future. Keep an eye out for that. But because we have the Four of Cups and the Nine of Cups, it feels to me like we have somebody rejecting something that they thought they always wanted. Feels to me like somebody seeing the true colors of a partner, appreciating that there's love there, or, you know, fondness for that person because of what you've been through, but that maybe there's something else that they want that that person cannot offer them. I have to reject your cup. I have to walk away from this because what I want is not something you can offer me. And then we have the Queen of Cups coming out again. So we could have this Queen energy being somebody that has Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in their chart. But with the various energies, this person has come out as Temperance, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords in the reverse. It could be anybody, right? Eight of Swords. They felt trapped in this relationship. It's not uncommon, right, to fall in love with somebody and realize after the fact that this is not really a good fit. So I don't want to hurt this person because I care about them, but I also know that I probably need to move on or move forward. I think this queen had to kind of plot, not in a bad way, but figure out the respectful way to remove themselves from the situation. I like the progression in that. We go from the Ace of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity and somebody who's willing to kind of learn or try new things. And that makes a lot of sense as a clarifier for the Emperor, because this is somebody who's demonstrating feminine energy, stepping into the masculine energy. How can I take control of my life and make sure that there's balance where there has maybe not been so much lately? And the Page of Pentacles is somebody who's learning how to adjust to that new situation, right? Hi there, Vincent. How are you doing? Hello, Peggy. Welcome in. All right, what else do we have? The Sun in the reverse. Nine of Wands in the reverse. So the number 9 could be important as well. We have the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, 9 of Cups, 9 of Wands in the reverse. So this is, honestly, there's a sense of sadness that comes off of these two cards, as if to say somebody was maybe a little disappointed that they let their life get as bad as it did, or that they let somebody treat them as poorly as they did. It's almost like you get to the point where you have no choice. You're backed into a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner kind of vibe, right? Well, you've pushed it so far that now I have to like really defend myself. I have to really fight for what's important to me. And it felt like for a second that I was going to give up, but now like I'm back with a vengeance, that kind of resurgence of determination after dealing with basically the end of a dream where you thought, this is the relationship I need. This is the person that is meant for me. It's not really pleasant to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, you've been lying to yourself. This is not what you were looking for. This is not what you wanted. So stop pretending that it is, right? Because we have Queen of Cups looking this way, King of Cups looking this way. These two were not on the same page. That's what I said at the beginning. Having to admit that can be a little difficult, right? Okay, let's continue with the Edgar Allan Poe. King of Wands in the reverse, Six of Cups. Yeah, this to me really suggests that there was a continuation of the relationship primarily based on the history that they had together or that you had together, and a loss of interest in terms of desire or sexual connection. That spark was gone. And I think it stems from a lack of respect or difficulty in terms of feeling like you were a team. King of Pentacles in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the reverse. Yes, we've been together forever. Yes, I have a lot of like good memories with you. You know, I love you, seems to be the general vibe coming through, but I don't want things with you because I can't rely on you. I don't want to be intimate with you because I can't depend on you because you hurt me. This was a relationship that led to a lot of disappointment. And with the Three of Wands, it felt like there was not a lot of action that could be taken to change this. It was as it was, right? This wasn't a person that was willing to work on the things that were causing issues in the relationship. So it's like a take it or leave it kind of vibe. Hi, Jimmy. Sending my love right back to you. How are you? All right. We have, wow, the Devil in the reverse and the Tower in the reverse. There's a bit of an issue here with this King of Cups maybe being too comfortable, thinking they didn't really have to do anything to maintain this relationship, not expecting to lose the Queen of Pentacles, even if they weren't willing to let go of what was holding them back. So kind of like doubting that the Queen of Cups could actually cut them loose. So there was a little bit of lying to themselves on both sides of the equation here, but it does look like this Queen of Pentacles energy kind of woke up to that a little bit earlier on than the King of Cups energy. So we have the Hermit and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, there was definitely some denial here, and I don't know if it was malicious or not. It may have just been insecurity or fear of abandonment. But this King of Cups at one point was trying to almost bring the Queen of Pentacles back down to the same level because they were unwilling to pursue that same level of growth and development or wisdom as the Queen of Pentacles, right? Don't leave me. Stay in this place that we built together. Stay stagnant with me. Whereas the Queen of Pentacles was like, no, but like, I see things differently now. I am a different person than when we first got together. It's that back and forth that happens when change hits a relationship or hits a person in a relationship. You know, are you going to go my way? We have the Star in the reverse, and the Nine of Swords. I love how that fell right in its spot. If I can't heal because I'm the one carrying this relationship, then this relationship can't heal. This Queen of Pentacles ended up having to choose themselves over the relationship, but it was a source of a lot of doubt and anxiety for this Queen of Pentacles, that they were basically giving up on somebody that they had loved or, you know, been around, been with for a long time. There could be children in this situation because we had the happy family come out. That might have made it particularly difficult for this Queen of Pentacles to decide to move forward. But we have the Chariot, forward moving energy, even if it causes heartbreak. I tried to help this. I tried to improve the relationship. I was met with resistance, somebody that didn't want to change the way that I was changing. So that meant I had to change my perspective of this person. I had to be willing to keep moving forward, even if it resulted in the loss of somebody that I was used to having next to me, right? Hi there, Stephen. How are you doing? Welcome. Let's get a little bit more for you from, we're going to go with the Crow Tarot. King of Pentacles in the reverse. We just had that right here as well. King of Pentacles in the reverse can sometimes be, you know, somebody who's materialistic or greedy. But in this sense, it's coming across more so as somebody that didn't have that sense of loyalty or that sense of commitment that actually pushed them to put the good work or the difficult work that was needed into the relationship. Because now we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about mastering a skill or working so hard on something that you're approaching leveling up. Remember, we had the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody that wasn't putting forth the effort or wasn't willing to do what it takes to move forward. We have the Nine of Swords. Again, we just had that one right here. Along with the Three of Swords. Wait, is this a Three of Wands? I think that's the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about action. Interesting, because we just had the Three of Swords here. Maybe that's why I saw it as the swords. But this is, what do I do? What am I doing? How do I cause the change in my life that I need? What direction is the right direction for me? Lots of introspection and planning with a specific outcome in mind. I know what I'm capable of. I know I can create some change. It might be difficult, but I'm going to focus on this ideal of what I want my life to be like, and I'm going to work towards it, even if it's difficult. And this is bringing about a period or an era of healing for this person, of recovering for this Queen of Pentacles. All right, let's do a couple of cards from the Hidden Truth Oracle, and then I think we'll leave it there. You speak to me through music, and I regret lying to you. I hide behind material things. So that King of Pentacles in the reverse might actually be a little bit about the material things, right? This person could also feel like if money is okay, then everything is okay. Kind of hiding behind a status instead of being concerned with how people feel or if they're happy. It was my fault, but I blamed you. So accountability is a big problem here in terms of what this masculine energy was leaving behind or wasn't willing to work on, that made this Queen of Pentacles Emperor energy willing to move forward and build a new life. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, everyone, for the likes and the subscribes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next reading.